What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we got a good one planned for you. That's right, we're going to be looking at the newest deck release out of the Organic Playing Cards camp. That's right, which one is it? Well, technically there's only one, and it's the V2. That's right, we're going to be looking at the Snackers V2 Blackberry Edition by Organic Playing Cards. So, buckle in your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go! The Snackers V2 Edition Blackberry flavor is the newest deck release by the team over at Organic Playing Cards. The front of the tuck box is all purple, and that's pretty much the colorway of this deck. You're going to see a lot of bubbly kind of looking ad copy there at the front side. Pictures of blackberries there. It's going to say OPC Snackers Blackberry flavor. Underneath that, it's going to say 56 cards there, naturally and artificially flavored, and some more little ad copy on the bottom. The left side of the tuck box is going to say gluten-free, while the right side says no preservatives. The bottom of the tuck box is going to have the OPC logo and website, as well as some ad copy there, and a QR code on the left. In Organic Playing Cards fashion, this wouldn't be a deck if they didn't have that cool nutrition label. As you guys know, they always try to do something fun with the kind of theme of their decks. Like I said, this is supposed to be kind of like a fruit snack theme, almost like something you'd find in the grocery store. And as you guys know, with foods and stuff, they have nutrition labels, and this is no different, with really cool details. Instead of about actual things, it's about cards like you see in the print. The top of the tuck box itself, there is no tuck seal, making this deck quick to open and start eating. That's right, so to speak. You're going to see a tear here, kind of dotted line, to make this a little bit more realistic, like I said earlier, to follow along with that theme. And on the enlarged part of the tuck flap on the inside, it's going to say Snackers. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their premium stock. That's right, it does have a traditional cut and an air cushion emboss, and this is a limited edition run of only 3,000 decks. The back design of the deck itself is going to be that kind of light purpled hue. You're going to see they stirred away again from that kind of cut in half art fruit style that we've seen in the beginning, up until their last release of the slicers, which I reviewed not too long ago. You're going to see the full fruit there of the blackberry end to end, making this a two-way mirrored image, and those medium to kind of thin poker borders as well. With this deck, you're going to receive a blank face card. That's right, it's going to have the back design on one side, but nothing at all on the face of it. The next card you're going to receive is a duplicate card. That's right, you're going to receive a duplicate 5 of Spades, which is awesome to keep on your persons for other magic tricks and more. The last 2 cards you're going to receive are going to be your duplicate and original jokers. That's right, it's going to look like somebody took a bite out of that blackberry, and it's going to say Joker in the top left and bottom right corners. The pips and indices in this deck are pretty much your standard, with a huge recoloring on the other side. That's right, the blacks are still black in the clubs and spades, but the diamonds and hearts are replaced with that same purple hue. The court cards are also your industry standard, except for a huge recoloring and customization as well. And in true organic fashion, you're going to see those court cards doing something cool in the theme of blackberry, whether it be eating a blackberry muffin, holding a container, or eating an ice cream cone with blackberry flavor, or whether it be just their sword kind of dripping in blackberry, or drinking blackberry juice, or eating pie. The aces are no different until we get over to the beautiful ace of spades. That's right, it's going to look like an enlarged spade pip made out of that blackberry there in the center. And it's going to say Snackers underneath in that same purple color. That's it for this deck. Join me now for my final thoughts. Alright, so you want to know what I give this deck? I give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 again. Listen, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but why? God, why? I said this last time. I love what Organic's doing. I love their cards. But why are they steering away from what started it? The cut in half fruit with the shit dripping down the side, and it's so good. Listen, what I'm saying is, like I said, laziness. And I'm not saying they're lazy. The art style, period. Slapping a picture of a fruit on the back of a color, it's a glorified knock deck. Let's be honest. This is crazy. And I'm not saying anything bad. So before any of you trolls want to take this out of context and say I'm talking down about Organic or Nate or Cam, that's not the case. The case is, why is this happening? Why did they derive or stray away from what was working? And I'm not saying this doesn't work, but it doesn't work for me. And I'm not the only person that's been complaining about this new art style. It's not even 3D. Like the old ones had depth. They had that kind of, I don't know. It just had something about it. This is not cool. Like, I'm sorry. It's my opinion, but listen, this is not good. I want them to go back to it. If you're running out of fruits and that's the case, go to vegetables. Go to something. I don't know. But something's got to be done. The deck is great. As a whole, the whole series, I like what they're doing. They really touched on a niche kind of design, and they do it well. And I've said this on previous episodes. They are the kings of minimalism. But this is just too minimal. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to come off like the angry reviewer. That's not what this is about. This is about honesty. This is about keeping it 100% authentic and real. You could have done the blackberry cut in half. You ever seen a blackberry cut in half? That's some interesting shit there. I'm sorry. It is. Same with the apple. The apple would have been definitely great to see cut in half, dripping down, blah, blah. I've already said this. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, go back to the old one. Please. Go back to the old style. It works in a very good way. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Even the brick boxes this time around, very flimsy looking. I'm just saying. And once again, I'm not the only person saying this, so don't kill me. I'm just a messenger. I made mention of this too before. Their brick boxes are the best brick boxes in the game. They're killing it. This one was not the same. It looked very flimsy, like it was going to fall apart. All kinds of stuff. And then they're telling people on the live streams to the oil that's in the bags. If you secured the bag, like I did and a lot of others, in the bag, it smells like blackberries, or they wanted it to smell like blackberries. And there's an oil in there. It's like an essential oil they put in the bag to make it smell that way. Really cool idea. They did it with the V1s as well. Smell like strawberries, blah, blah, right? But they go on to tell people, if you get the oil on your hands, rub it in your cards. No. Oil and paper don't mix together, okay? No, don't do that. I'm telling you. Old Uncle Disfunkshinal is telling you, don't rub the damn oil on your playing cards. Don't. Go wash your hands immediately. When I took mine out, my shit was drenched. Let me just tell you. I mean, bad. I had to take a towel and wipe it off before I even opened the plastic because I was not taking no chances. Now, does it smell good? Yeah, hell yeah, it smells great. I mean, I would smell my hand all day long after messing with the deck and all that stuff, but it's like, don't encourage people to rub oil into the cards. You're just asking for them to have to buy another deck. And I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm just saying that's not good. We all know, even the wrong humidity, moisture in the air, anything can set off your deck to clump or whatever. It's the reason why you're supposed to take care of your decks. You know what I mean? So that's all. You know, and like I said, some of you might come off and say, "Oh man, you're ranting and I'm not. I'm a very honest person. You guys know this. I'm only gonna tell the truth every time. But Organic, I'm sure you're watching this. Please listen. Go back to what worked. And I'm not saying this doesn't work. Once again, don't take this out of context. We want to see the old style back. We do. That's it. Everything else works. The court cards, everything else is awesome. You know, but just that old style, man. It's just something about it was awesome. You know, it was a really cool just concept and everything. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'll link everything down below where you guys can go and check out this deck. I believe it's still available, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I'm almost positive you can still get these decks at a select few other retailers, if not Organic themselves, or Riffle Shuffle for that matter. But where you guys can go and check it out, because I highly still do recommend you guys check these decks out. It's still a decent deck to check out. You know, I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's just not. It's not what I know and love from OPC. That's all. It's as best as I can put it. So, that's all I can say about this deck, guys. If you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.